Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Brad Treasure video. And I just woke up and I'm not going to work today. So I'll be recording some stuff real quick. Got up a little early. Hopefully the wife stays at work a little bit longer today. So I can get some stuff recorded. If not, I'll still record. Anyway. So, glasses. There's something like smudged on the glasses, I think. Anyways. I checked out a movie last night. This is a movie review. Yes. The movie was called, I think my hand is shaking. Oh my god, anyway. Oh boy, I swear. Anyways, checked out The Devil's Candy last night, seen on Netflix, and it was interesting, to say the least. The thing about it was kind of late, and and really, it was. I couldn't really hear the music, but there was like metal music playing in the movie, things like that. So it seemed like pretty cool music was being played. There's even some like I think some like kind of cool kind of southern rock music or southern music playing. It kind of sounded like old country where they were playing, but I don't know who it was, or whatever. Yeah, the movie was pretty good. It basically starts off with this painter and the family, and the guy looks a lot like he kind of looked like, what's the guy's name in The Walking Dead? He's just a recent character. Well, I mean, he's been in and out like the past 3 seasons. What's his name? Damn it. Why am I blanking on that guy's name? He looked almost exactly like this guy, which kind of makes me believe it was him, because he looked really like a lot like this guy. But he's the guy who tried to kill Daryl like 1 billion times in The Walking Dead, and then he was working with Negan during the 7th season. But I can't remember his name, but he looks a lot like him. I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, he basically had red hair, long kind of goatee. Well, not goatee, but he had like a beard. He didn't have a goatee. He had a beard that was red. And then his daughter, she seemed pretty cool. If I have a daughter, I would want her to be like that, because she likes metal. They're like headbanging with each other. And the mom looks like it was a normal mom. She had a normal 9-to-5 job. And she worked like well into the evening. She would get home later in the evening. You kind of got that through what was going on in the movie. So she worked. She probably got up in like about 10 o'clock in the morning and went to work. Didn't get off until like 8 or 9. Still got to see the kid before she went to bed. So that was the kind of schedule you got. Well, they were living in this probably apartment somewhere in the city or something like that. They ended up buying this house. They didn't have a whole lot of money, and the guy's a painter, and with her paycheck, they're trying to make ends meet and everything. So it's a pretty good movie. Tells a story like that. And he's making commissions on his paintings, painting things that he really doesn't like. He's painting butterflies, and it looks like on a mountaintop or something, and he's supposed to be all metal, and his daughter's like, that's not metal. He's like, well, I get commissions from it, money, so that's what I gotta do. So it kind of goes into, they go to buy a house, and they get this house, and it's going to be more money. So he starts, I think, getting stressed out and everything. And I don't really understand what was going on with the main character by the end of the movie, but I think what they were trying to portray, I kind of get it. And I hope there's a second one. That'd be awesome if there's a second one. But I don't really think that this kind of movie would justify a second one. The only thing I can describe this is that it's kind of like, it kind of makes me think they're trying to make, I just remember, I wonder if that guy was the same guy from Deathgasm. And it kind of reminds me of that kind of a movie, so I kind of wonder if they're the same people who did get Deathgasm, because that's what this movie reminds me of. So if you like Deathgasm, but with less comedy, you might like this, but there is really no comedy in this movie at all, except for like a few of the scenes that they're just trying to be goofy and show that they're a family that's pretty well knit. But this movie kind of and I kind of knew how the ending was gonna end up. There's a creepy guy who said he lived in the house and he's supposed to come back home, and that's what he does. He shows up at the door and they're like, "Get out of here!" And the mom and the daughter was like, maybe you should be more nice to this guy. His parents just died in this house. That's what the seller told them, and I don't think that was it, because if you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm saying, because there's other videos that play within the movie that the guy that sold it to him is actually in those. And I'm like, wait a second, hold on. That guy looks a lot like the guy that sold the house to people. So I wonder if that's supposed to be telling you something in the movie, but I don't know, whatever. But anyway, this guy is creepy, and he tries to abduct their daughter. If you know what I'm going there with that, and if you've seen, like, I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left, it's kind of in the vein of that. But with a little twist of Satanism, I guess, satanic thing going on, where they're trying to kind of weave that into there. We're talking about the devil has something to do with it. So I don't really understand kind of what the movie was completely about, because, and I sat there and watched it, and I don't think I fell asleep at all during the movie. I'm pretty sure I don't think I fell asleep at all. It was a pretty good movie. It kept me awake, and it kept me, like, at times it was, like, really dark, and it never works. Like, I don't understand why people want to do scenes out in the dark. Like, there should be a way, like, even if you're going to be in the dark, there should be a way to, even if it's Netflix or the DVD that you're watching, be able to kind of light up the back screen so you can see it better. I don't know, there's got to be something better, because every time a movie has those kind of scenes, like I watched, what was the other one I watched the other day? It was the same thing. Like, there's dark stuff going on, and you can't really see what's going on, and I don't know if that's like what they're trying to do, but it's kind of weird. So you couldn't really hear what was going on, and something very, like, you knew what happened in the movie, but you couldn't do anything about it, or you couldn't see it. So it's like, it was annoying because you couldn't see what was going on. So I'm like, well, I kind of wish I wouldn't see what's going on, because, like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But this movie was pretty good. The guy, the creepy kind of bigger guy, he looked familiar. Like, I don't know what movie, and I was going to look it up to see which one movie he was in, and I totally forgot. But I know he was in something. It makes me want to believe he was in another scary movie I watched, but I can't remember which one. I might tell you guys on a later vlog if I figure out who it was, because it kind of bothers me that I didn't look that up before I did this video. But The Devil's Candy, it's not a very long movie. I think it's like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. I think it's like hour 15, hour 19, something like that. So it's not very long. It's like basically like right at 2 hours. Like, but no, it's not even that, because it said an hour and whatever minutes, so it wasn't even that long. But it gets straight to the point. Whatever. The really cool thing about it is that he's a painter. So at some points during this film, they say, what you get from it is the devil is slowly creeping himself into the father. So at times he gets lost in his work and he's out painting, and he gets, like, put in this trance by the devil, and he's, like, painting stuff and things like that, and they're, like, super creepy paintings that this person paints. But I mean, whoa. And at one point I'm just like, oh no, why is he painting that? That's just disturbing. And he's trying to go to this one guy and try and get money for him, because I guess he's like an art dealer in the area, and he's supposedly like he seemed like the biggest prick in the world, like, because he was like, and then when it get toward the end, it was kind of crazy, like what he was saying to the guy, and I'm just like, what? Shut up, this is dumb. It's like, why would you even put that in the movie? Like, that makes no sense. So it makes me want to believe that these people is the same people that did Deathgasm, because you can see like the kind of underlying stupid things that was going on in the movie, which I love Deathgasm. But if this is the same people that did Deathgasm, then they kind of dropped the ball with this one, where if they could have went in a few different directions during the movie, they probably would have had the movie be a little bit better. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a horrible movie. It just wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. It wasn't even... It was probably just an average film. You know, there wasn't anything special about it, but it was intriguing. You know, it's not something I'm going to tell everybody about. That's all I'm saying. It's not something I'm going to be like, dude, you should have checked out this movie. No. If you come across it, it's one of those movies where, yeah, it looks a little bit interesting. Let me check it out. I got an hour and 20 minutes to kill. It's not like, you know, I don't know. It wasn't the greatest, but it was kind of intriguing. I like the whole... Anytime a movie takes a chance and puts metal music in there, interesting. It wasn't like well-known metal music until the end. I think they played a Metallica song at the end, which I was like, yeah, that was your whole budget for your probably music. That's probably why you didn't have anything else good in there. Which I don't know. Maybe some of the songs in there were actually well-known, but I didn't. I think one was like "Everybody Dies," and I don't know who would sing that. I know some bands that sing a song called that, but that's like Twisted and like some other people. I think that have a song called "Everything Dies." I don't know any metal bands that have something called "Everything Dies." It's probably some band that's escaping me that I just had no clue about. But it was kind of like more heavier. It wasn't like death metal, but it was like up there. It was kind of more like Testament-ish. It could have been Testament, who knows? But it seemed like a little bit more brutal than Testament probably would have been. But I mean, who knows? It could have been Testament. Because Testament's kind of Metallica-ish. So maybe they could have said, okay, well, we got one Metallica song. Can we get a Testament song to throw in here? How much do they charge? Oh, they don't charge nothing at all. Testament! Stop it! If you guys don't understand the joke, like, Testament supremely sounds like Metallica. Like, if you have not heard Testament and you like Metallica, do check out Testament. I'm telling you right now, check out Testament. It's spelled just like, you know, Testament as you're referring to the Bible. But it's such a great metal band, and it baffles me that a lot of people haven't even heard of Testament, but they're really, really good. Anyway, this movie was, like I said, decent. If you want to check it out, it's still available on Netflix. I don't think it's going off anytime soon. I don't really know. But like I mentioned, I might start doing like random movies, and also kind of picking some movies that are going off, so you can be aware of, maybe to be on the lookout to purchase them, or to find them on another streaming device, streaming channel. Because usually these crappy movies like this, which is not like the ones that aren't super great, that kind of make their rounds, they just go to different streaming devices. I keep saying streaming devices. Streaming applications. Streaming things. I don't know what to call them. They just bounce around to each one, and they eventually come back. That's basically what happens. And some of them just aren't well viewed, so they just kind of disappear into thin air. Now, I know the TV shows, they'll probably come back. But sometimes I think some of the TV shows will stay on Netflix for a while. Maybe they don't get the best views, so they get rid of them. And people were watching them, but they're not going to come back. I know The Wonder Years is coming up. It's going to be gone. CSI Miami, I think, is already gone. And there's a few other shows that, you know, they're pretty popular shows, but they're not going to be on Netflix anymore. And I was like, oh, why? I just hope they don't go away and don't ever come back, because I would love to watch CSI Miami, but that's 10 seasons, man. That's a lot of seasons. And that could be why they got rid of it, too. They were probably paying money. You know, they were probably paying something for that. And I don't know how that works. If they get, you know, they pay people per view that they get watches on. I have no idea what. Anyway, I'm going to end this video, upload this, and I'm going to record some stuff. So if you guys enjoyed the video, The Devil's Candy, currently available on Netflix. Check the publication date on the video. Also, stay tuned for more videos like this. If you like my videos, subscribe. I need to start doing the beginning of the video, because I'm seeing like my analytics, and I'm seeing that some people might not stay for the whole entire video. Anyways, subscribe down below for more videos and all that good jazz. You guys know how YouTube works anyway. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Keep rocking and keep watching movies. Later, guys.